Welcome back, guys. I went in to create a straight line from here, so we have a straight line from that end, and the length of this fabric is 27 and a half. So when we are done folding, we should be left with 26. Okay, so I'll want this design to be on the front part of my top, so that's why I'll be cutting the buttonhole separate. I'll show you what I mean. For my shirt's length, I'll be working with 3 inches on that end and the depth of 2.5. So when we are done joining the buttonhole, I'll be left with 2.5 on the length. So I'll go ahead to curve like you see me doing. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take in my body measurement. I start off with my chest line and I just marked it down there. I'll go ahead to mark my waist length. So that depends on your waist length, just mark it there. Then I'll use the full length of this fabric as my hip. So I'll go ahead to mark my shoulder measurement, and I also go ahead to mark my bust measurement on that line. So just impute your bust circumference divided by 4, and I did the same thing for my waist. My waist divided by 4, and I went into marking the 1/2 inch that we're going to use to join the buttonhole and 1 inch for sewing allowance. I did the same thing here, 1/2 inch for the buttonhole and 1 inch for sewing allowance. And on my hip area, the fabric there is literally for my hip area, so I will be using the full fabric for the hip. So the next thing I'm going to do is to join this like so. So I'm going to join, I'll connect both lines like so. So I'll join the chest line to the waistline, and I also connect to my hip line. Afterwards, I'll go ahead to create my armhole curve, and from my shoulder I'm going to go in with 1 inch and I'm going to curve like you see me demonstrating. I'll go in by 1 inch and I'll curve on that end. So this is a free hand stuff, so what I'm gonna do is to connect it to meet where my bust point stop. I'm going to connect to meet that point, and that's just it basically. The only thing I think I would have done, because I'm busty, is to add that. So if you are busty, you should add that to this, like have a dart that will help hold your boobs. So I'll go ahead to cut this out like you see me doing, and the next thing I'm going to do is to slant my shirt. I went in with 1.5 on that end, and I'll connect like so, and I'll just curve from the middle point of my shirt and I'll cut like so. So this is what I have. This is the design that I said I wanted it to be on the front part of my top. So I'm just going to go ahead to take the measurement that I have from that distance. I'm going to use it to cut the buttonhole, but first of all I want to cut the back before cutting the buttonhole, because I have just limit fabric, and what I have here is 31, and you can cut your back with 45. You can make it longer than what I am creating mine, because if I don't have enough fabric. And I'm going to go ahead to place this like so. If I'm comfortable with what I have, I'm going to curve to the design there. So this will be for my back. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to slant a bit of that front part of my top. I'm going to slant the back part like so. So I'll just go ahead to cut that part like so. It's very easy, just cut it out. So I'll just go ahead to cut that part. Okay, so this is what I have for my front and back top. I'll just set this aside to work on our bottle casing. So I'll set it aside to work on our bottle casing, and what I did was just to cut 2 pieces of fabric, and the length of this fabric is the length that I measured earlier on or more. Then it's 3 inches. I'm going to join with 1/2 inch and press down. I'm going to do the same thing on this part. I'm going to join with 1/2 inch and I'll press down. Then I'll show you guys what I have after I was done. So I've gone ahead to join with 1/2 inch and I've gone ahead to press down. So what I did was I pressed I folded it in 3 places like you see. So I just pressed it like so. I'm going to still fold it back to sew it in. I'm just showing you guys how I did fold it. So I just fold and fold again, and I'm going to go ahead to press it, making sure that it's sitting right on that point where we sewed. So this is what I have. I sewed it exactly where we sewed the first stitch. Okay, so that's just it, guys. I'll go ahead to join the back to the front like so. So I'll just pin these two together. So I'll go ahead to join these parts. Okay, then I'll do the same thing on this part. I'll go ahead to join this part. Then I'll go ahead to fold. After I was done joining, I'll go ahead to pipe this. I'm going to use this fabric to pipe this, but if you have a bias, you can also use a bias to pipe everything round. So I set it aside to create my shirt collar. What I did was just to fold this fabric in 2 places and also fold it again. That means I'll be cutting for both the lining piece and the main fabric, and the length at which I'm creating this collar is 18 inches, and I divide it by 2. What I have is 9 inches. I'm going to mark it with a straight line like so. So you guys should bear with me. I don't know why everything I'm filming today, either the chalk is not bright or is hidden, but we're going to rectify it on our next video. So I went in with 1 inch on that end, and I went in again with 1.5 depth from that end, and I'll go up by 2 inches like so. I'm going to create a straight line, then I'll curve to meet that 1.5 depth that we went in, and I'm also going to go ahead to curve like so, and I'll just go in from here by 1/2 inch, and I'm going to curve like so. Then I'll just cut it out. This is just it basically. Although I have a video on how to create a shirt and it was detailed, so I'll make a link on how we did create, how you can create your own perfect collar. So that's just it, guys. So the next thing I'm going to do is to press this down like so. So I'll just go ahead to press this like so. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead to place this like so. Just watch closely to see how I place it. I'm going to go ahead to pin down. So this is the part that I didn't fold in. I'm just going to go ahead to place my top like so, and I'm going to make sure that the right side are facing each other, and I'm going to go ahead to pin like so. I'll do the same thing for the other side of my top. I'm going to place it like you see me doing in this video, so just watch closely and do the same. Okay, so I'll just place it like so, and I'll just go ahead to pin down. So go ahead and do the same, and the next thing I'm going to do is to stitch like from that distance, and also do the same thing. I'll stitch from that distance. I've gone ahead to stitch, and the next thing I'm going to do is to press that inside like we did out. For the other side, I'm just going to go ahead to press that part inside, and I'm going to go ahead to pin down. So after I was done pinning down, I'm going to go ahead to sew that part. I'll just sew straight down like so, making sure that the 2 collar is all together. And this is what I have after I was done. So this is literally it for this video. I've gone ahead to stitch those parts like I told you. I've piped it with my fabric. Like I said, you can use your bias to do this, but I used the fabric to pipe it in. And I'll just go ahead to fix my buttonhole, and do let me know if you want me to make a detailed video on how to fix your buttonhole, and I will do it to create it for you guys. And afterwards, I will go ahead to give this a good press, and this is what I have. I love the style, and Let me know if you like the style and if it's something that you would love to recreate. Let me know on the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, please do it to subscribe to my channel and turn off your notification bell so you know when I upload new video. And this is how I did hold the back, so you can as well tie it. Bye guys.